jerseys. And Spain in the darker colours. The crowd slowly but surely building on day 2. The business end of the tournament on the Gold Coast for 2012. Greg Martin is alongside me.
I tell you what, yesterday morning, Spain would have been disappointed with that first loss to Samoa, but their second game, England just overcame them. What was it, 13-10? They were most impressive in that fixture.
Had their moments against Kenya, even though they lost 26-12. So, as we look at Anthony Moyes from Australia, his 84th match in the HSBC Sevens World Series. Very experienced Aussie referee at this abbreviated level of the game. Sevens. Tonga lost to Australia 31-14, Fiji 35-7, but they did beat Scotland 24-5, so they finished day 1 with a real flourish. Can they keep that form going? Bowl quarter-final underway, and it is Tonga, a qualifier for this tournament, kicking off, and a good take first up from Glenn Lewis-Rolls, number 10 for Spain. So they've got an Aussie in 2, Carlos Blanco, and Glenn Lewis-Rolls was educated at Napier Boys High in New Zealand. He's on debut in jersey 10 for Spain. But they give away that early penalty, and an opportunity now for Tonga to attack. Fono gets it out to Palai. He's working a set move here. Really didn't test the Spanish defence on that occasion as Carter went to ground.
Everyone was a little bit tentative then. Now they go wide.
Over on the far side, it's Iongi passes it back to the support play. Still there for Tonga. Inside Spanish 22.
3-on-2 on the outside.
Alafanua got it to Fono. Can't find a way through. And snaffle there at the breakdown by Spain. So good work. And now it's Spain looking for the inside runner.
So often it is this man, Ignacio Martin.
Good pressure at the breakdown from Tonga, but it's still there for the Spanish. And here is Carlos Blanco. Was in hell, so up over the halfway he goes.
Tackle only.
Looking for a bit of width now. Vieju in 4 is the captain. Now this is Lewis-Rolls, and out to Ignacio Martin. Throws it back in, and they can't control it. So lost forward there.
Scrappy at the end. Sure, they went wide, but I think Ignacio Martin went a little bit too far. Had to throw the speculative pass inside. And now they've lost possession. Should have pulled up and restarted. There's the problem there. Carlos Blanco forgot that he's actually the hooker. I think he was trying to ignore that fact because he's normally a back in 15 asides.
Touch. Set.
Afono putting it in. Splits out the back for Tonga. Allow over to the midfield, and Alafanua tries to chip over the top, and the bounce is good for Spain. Martin. Pedro Martin up to the 22. And they go really wide this time. The defenders get across, and they couldn't link up there. Blanco and Vieju.
When it's this loose, a lot of the players start to exhaust themselves. That's when the gaps open up.
Captain Vieju just claiming it there at the back, and Blanco across to midfield. It's a good strong run by Martin, and he's got support, and Blanco, has he got the pace to get away? Not hell there, reaches over the line for the try. So Carlos Blanco, the Australian-born player, gets the first try.
Oh, critical a minute ago about Ignacio Martin going too wide. The ball spilling over the sideline. This time he stepped off the right. Have a look, comes to him centre field. He goes, I won't go over near the sideline, I'll straighten. I thought he went too far. It was almost as if you needed a crowbar to get it off. He finally gives it to Blanco, takes off. He's got him for pace. There's no worries there by Yongi. But Blanco fell well, and then, geez, that was a nasty flop after the try. And he's symboling the try. Big T.
10 seconds.
Difficult conversion attempt for Ignacio Martin, 28-year-old from San Sebastian, and makes a bit of a hash of that. So it is Spain 5, Tonga 0.
Fair old head of hair there on Carlos Blanco. The Sydney boy turned into a Spanish resident.
Carlos Jose Blanco Smith. It's a mouthful.
I reckon when he was at school he may have been Carl Smith.
The Aussies would have shortened it, you reckon?
Oh, no doubt.
Well, here's a win for Spain at the restart. Martin.
Oh, this is lovely.
And that's the captain, Perju. So good attacking opportunity again as Blanco goes wide to Lewis Rolls, and he picks up Heredia.
Tackle only.
This is good work by Spain. It's all about possession, and they're certainly dominating that. That's a wobbly old pass, but the bounce is good for Martin. Cross now to the other Martin, Pedro. The kick through for his captain. Gets a great bounce, and Pablo Ferju, the 30-year-old from San Sebastian, will run it around and put it down between the sticks.
Oh, that's about... I think that's his third try of the tournament, Ferju, and deserve it too. That it was the third time. They'd been across and back, across the field with width. Passes going in front of the man twice. That was the third time they came back to the right. And this time the approach, Pedro Martin, lovely grubber kick, and you just go happy days when it sits up like that and you're on the fly. The Tongans had to work so hard. They had no sweeper behind. Ignacio Martin been in everything. That's lovely work. Just the glance at Ferju, who they know is their major try scorer. He's the finisher. Just locked eyes very briefly, snuck the grubber kick through, and he's able to stroll over.
And the conversion a short time ago from right in front, no problem there. So 12 points to 0.
Spanish team showing great discipline. How do they go at the restart? Oh, nice.
Ferju, the try scorer. And can he link up, or will he have to? Ducking under feeble attempts. Eventually they bring him down 5 metres out. Penalty though going against the attacking team, holding on. Just went a little too far on that occasion. Oh. And now Tonga looking to catch them napping. They just need to get their hands on the ball a bit more, Tonga.
Well, they don't want to tackle. They're allergic to Ferju.
Hono finds support. Now the inside runner is Palai. That's the halfway mark.
Tackle only.
Alafanua. Good pick up there from Finau, and another good pick up from Carter. And it's Iongi, the captain, as the halftime siren sounds. So can Tonga open their scoring in the first half? Time running out. Lokatui got the pass away to Carter. They're coming at him. And not held. Over he goes. Olakata. Timely try for Tonga.
Oh, how many times do we see it? The hooter goes, the team in possession of the ball just hangs on, and finally splits them open, and they've saved their first half here. He had no one to give it there to there, Lokatui. Finally, Carter's just hopped up after dealing with that breakdown and found that he's got to run. I don't think he wanted to, but when he saw the try line, it's all mine. What a way to finish the half. And the conversion.
Over it goes. So at half-time in this bowl quarter-final, it is 12 points to 7. Spain in front.
Tonga has missed 9 tries. I'm figuring they'll get a fair rev at half-time from
9 tackles.
9 tackles.
That's why we are putting pressure on ourselves, because we don't have any possession. And the only opportunity that we had possession, we did get a penalty from there, and it resulted in a tie. So we need those balls. Make sure that we keep on recycling and stick to those game plans that we have. We had a good start. You know, you also compose very well. That's why we had a penalty, and then we go through all those moves. We have to compose on this one here. Keep the basics right. Don't rush at them. Okay? Stick with them all the time. Just make sure that we keep on.
Para conservación, no me importa hacer un punto encuentro y guardamos No me importa ir 2 a la conservación para guardar ese balón, porque muchas veces ellos van muy agresivos, 2, no pasa nada, y seguimos con el balón, y seguimos abriendo el campo, y les seguimos viendo de lado a lado. En cuanto les habéis hecho 3 pases, ella entró por el medio. Han empezado a aparecer espacios, no había sweeper, pero trabajar la pelota, tenerla y guardarla. ¿Vale?
Juntos, muy juntos, tíos. Sacrificio. Cuando empezamos a sufrir, empezamos a ganar. 1, 2, 3. ¡Familia!
So the Spanish hoping they can just maintain this lead in the second half. Our coach is Ignacio Intausti, known as Tiki. He was at the Rugby World Cup 7s in 19... In fact, the Rugby World Cup 15s in 1999 as a player. And at the Rugby World Cup 7s in 2001. Eddie Wonga, the Fijian-born coach of Tonga, electing to address his players in English.
Restarts, so important, Greg Clark. Spanish. They held onto the ball for approximately 4.5 minutes in that first half, and that was the key to their lead.
Pedro Martin kicks off for Spain, and it's been cleaned up for Tonga by Palai. Good pressure, but no, lost forward in the end by Spain. Got a hand to it. So we'll have a scrum early in the second half. The bowl quarter-final. Winner of this one will play Wales. Next up.
Set.
So Tonga looking to score a long-range try to get their noses in front. Good defence, Spain. So it's Tonga. 10-metre mark. Halafanua got the ball back on the inside to his captain, Yongi. Yongi, ankle tap there by Fairju. And he has lost it. Oh, try-saving ankle tap.
Oh, the 2 quickest players were one-on-one. I didn't think Fairju had any chance whatsoever. Just clicked his ankles together. Have a look at this. Oh, he only got one, and then as he... 4. Oh, that's tough, because the thing is, he's released the ball. I think it's outside the scope of it as a knock forward. You've got to release the ball, then you're allowed to replay it.
Come across. Hey, hey.
Here's trouble for the Spaniards. Fiju's now off the field after that long chase. He's exhausted. So's Carlos Blanco.
12-7 it remains. Spain
well,
in front.
If Spain win this, they've got Fiju to thank. They need to hang on to the ball for as long as they can. That's their only way they'll cope with the Tongans. Keep it away from them.
Tackle had to be made. It was a good ball and all, but it's still there for Spain, and trying to move this Tongan defence around. Made a couple of changes. Some fresh legs are out there for the Spanish. Canosa goes into scrum half wearing jersey 3. Rubino getting it to Della. Lewis rolls, and there's a gap here. It's one-on-one, and Lavino, he's got some players on the inside. They're all lining up, and it had to be a better pass than that, but Tudela now gets it out to Lewis, rolls, and wide they go. Cano picked up over there by Martin. Pedro Martin, what a try, Spain.
That's one of the greats. One of the great tries. You take it all the way back to 65 metres back, and the Tongans fought 3, maybe 4 people into the breakdown. That's where the problems were created for them. Have a look at this. The dummy to Chip. Oh, fell for it. And then this bit of work. He's throwing the arms underneath the defender's arms. And then this wide ball. You've got men going down the centre corridor. This pass here needed to be a beauty. It wasn't. But Pedro Martin was up to it, and he had too much with the right foot step for the defender who was struggling to get across. What a beauty.
And the conversion is over as well, so some breathing space now for the Spanish. 19-7.
Tongans getting together. First job is claim the line out. They've got 3.5 minutes, plenty of time to score 2 tries.
Tonga finishing day one with a win over Scotland, 24-5. They were really good in that performance, but haven't really been able to get into top gear. Glenn Lewis rolls now, thinking about the quick tap as the penalty is awarded to Spain.
They'll go line out, slow the game down a bit.
3 minutes remaining.
Slice another 20 seconds. No, taking the tap. Want to hang on to the ball in hand.
Zadella in 11. Levino picking up support on the far side, and now the penalty goes against Spain.
Oh, attacking team penalised for going over the top. Off their feet, charging into the breakdown to save the ball.
Yeah.
4 penalties conceded by
10.
Spain. So now or never, you might think, for Tonga. Really need to be the next team to score, and simple put down by Kata.
First knock.
That's tiredness. Hands were pointing downwards, reached out at the ball late and just shoved it straight into the turf. Have a look at it. Oh, he was watching the 2 defenders coming across at him. He knows he may have just tossed the game away with that mistake.
Crouch. Touch. Sit. Early.
Quick tap taken by Levino. Kano up to the 22. Spain needing quick ball. They get the penalty here. Another try just might seal the deal for the Spanish.
This time they're going for touch. By the time the ball comes out of the line out, only a minute left.
Number 4.
Making more changes as well.
Time off. Who's number 4?
Every team naming a squad of 12, and obviously there are 7 starters and they're allowed to use all 5 replacements. A lot of teams have lost a couple of players already though, in particular Australia without Luke Morahan and maybe their captain Ed Jenkins. So it's quite telling, day 2 at these tournaments. And now Spain. Carter, and a race for the corner. Carno, he says he got it down. They'll have a bit of a chat in goal, the officials.
Do you have a grounding? Yeah, good. Thank you, guys.
Try.
Yeah, well done by the officials too. The in-goal touch judge, the sideline touch judge. Have a look here. This is Carter. He's only just come on. The fact that he advanced the ball at the line, it didn't give the cover defence a chance to come across on Carno. Got the ball down immediately when he crossed the line.
Rocky Kata on debut as a 26-year-old.
Red.
It will be a restart. Doesn't matter at all to the no consequence to the score, to the actual result.
Greg Martin, this is a very good result for Spain and a very good conversion as well. Oh, just didn't have the legs.
It's a beauty. Well, a lot of people who only watch 15-a-side rugby on a regular basis would think, well, how is Spain beating Tonga? But in the HSB Sevens World Series, Spain is one of the 15 core teams. Tonga only qualified a few weeks ago in the Oceania tournament. They're not going to be in all the tournaments. So really Spain should have been favoured to win this, and they've been pretty impressive with their ball control. Tonga made a lot of mistakes, missed a lot of tackles.
And that was the try to Juan Cano for Spain that put them out to 24-7.
Oh, sorry.
And they're not going to mess around with that one, putting it into touch, and so that's a comprehensive victory for Spain. They're through to the semi-finals of the bowl. And full time it is Spain 24, Tonga 7, and we can go